Greetings, traders. It is I, Abdul Shabazz. And we want to thank you and welcome you to some real change stock options trading journey. And today, October the 25th, we are excited to be here. We're fired up. There's no other place that we'd rather be than right here with you all. As we have a little bit less than 3 minutes before the bell, let me share with you what my pre-market trading plan is. I personally would like to see, well, first of all, let's put it up on a much larger chart here. Let's start with the 30 minutes. For those of you who did not see the recap that I put out yesterday, alrighty, I would like to take a call above this 424 area. This 424 area has been acting as a area of resistance that must be recognized, that must be acknowledged. And so therefore, I would like to see us break this area, turn this area into an area of support, and then have a continuation move at least up to the 426. So that is what I would like to see there. Okay. Now, will that happen? We do not know. We don't predict. All we do is look and read and analyze what the charts are giving us and come up with a plan. That is the plan. Okay. To exit at that 426 and then possibly that 427 level. Now, if we continue to go down, and this morning we have gapped down, it's not a mystery, I would like to take a put, but underneath the 421 area, shooting for the 428 and then the 418.5. Okay. Would like to take a put underneath this area, but still must recognize there's an area of support here and an area here as well at the 419.6. So I do want to go ahead and highlight that as well real quick because it is real. And there could, I'm not saying what will happen there, but there could be a conversation there. Less than 1 minute to the bell. We've also identified pre-market high and pre-market low with our yellow line as well. And this is where we stand coming into the open. As you can see, we've gapped down from yesterday, and we will be patient to see what direction the market wants to go now. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillah. As we begin the day, we have a trading plan. We will be patient. We will see what the market gives us. We will not rush. We will not be rushed. Here we go. From a nice push right down from the bears, continuing that push from the gap down. They are still pushing right to pre-market low, touches pre-market low, backs right off of it momentarily. It's a beautiful candle. A beautiful candle. Goes right down to that 421.2 area and bounces right back off of it. The stock is currently red for today. However, if it gets back above the 421.94 area, it will then be green on the day, and all of the bears will have to cover. You want to remain patient and poised. You want to remain focused. You want to zero in on trades that are in our playbook only. Everyone's playbook might be different, but the rules are still the same. Allow the chart to develop. Let's allow the chart to develop. Hey Anthony, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Anthony, we put an alarm right at where the stock would flip to go green on the day. That's at that 422. So off to the side, I have pulled up a 421 call off to the side. Would love to take a put down in this area. Definitely want to be cautious. When we look further back, let's blow this up. You can see right here, this was pre-market low, pre-market. So we can now eliminate that because it has broken the pre-market low. Okay. Now it is coming back down to an area of support, previous support. Like it or not, it is what it is, both of these levels. We want to see how the stock responds at this level. So now I'm going to go ahead and put 419 call in the chamber. But this is just to be ready. Again, we want to see how the stock is going to respond to a previous area, and it is breaking it momentarily, but not enough for us to risk our monies with. And this is why it's so important that you look at a larger time frame, that you look left, that you back up. Because even during this break, it was lovely. If we could have caught this from here to here, that would have been great. Less than 2 minutes left on this candle. Still so very, very early. Good morning, Dr. J. For those of you just joining us, good morning. The stock, the SPY, had a drop from yesterday's close, as we can see the action during post-market and pre-market this morning. And after that drop, it came out of the gate, continuing to fall. It actually broke past pre-market high, broke past 2 levels of previous daily support, as you can see, established over here to the left, one being yesterday. So there was a possible trade, but it would have been very early on the second candle, okay, and it's still ill-advised as we are in that candle right now. A little less than 30 seconds left, and you can see the weakness of it. Very powerful candle, but to go from this support line to this support line would have been a good trade, but it would not have been easy money. So we want some easy money. We have nothing but time and patience, and if it's going to continue to go down, it will give us an opportunity and a sign, and then we will take advantage. Right now, I'm gonna go ahead and create an alarm and an alert. Hello here. So I am liking that. And then I'm gonna continue to be patient and wait. Before we take a trade, I want to be able to call the setup out to you guys. I don't want to just get in the trade because of the feeling or the momentum. We want to stay in a trade because of the momentum. but we want to enter a trade based on a setup. Alarm that I set hit. Does appear listed trade. However, currently good enough to be safe. I'll tell you why. Let's look at the 30-minute chart, guys. On the 30-minute chart, stock is right here at a level of previous support. So there was no need for me to chase it. This was the trade I missed, but it was just too early in the morning. This anticipation coming here also just wasn't too comfortable with. Rather just be patient and see that this area has acted as support in the past and see if it does. And if so, that's that 420 area. I have a 419 call already in place. We'll look for an opportunity if one presents itself. We will not do any chasing. That is of a surety. We have the 30-minute candle right here in the middle, 5-minute above that, 5-minute, 5-day below it, 5-minute line to the left. We have to trade with structure. No chasing. So the market has to move, and sometimes it's going to move without us. But if we don't have a clear, defined plan for getting in, then we're chasing. There was a place to chase, but we missed it. Still so early. This is a lot of action in the first 15 minutes. A lot of action. For the first 15 minutes. Now, at this level, she could be going red on the week. At this level, she could be going red on the week. This is not a drill. Looking at a 420 put. The bulls are defending the weekly position right now. There's a threat. I went ahead and put a 419 call in the trigger. I'm liking this 419 as a base. I am. Further continuation down. Anthony, did we have any bad news this morning? Did anybody have any bad earnings perchance? I did just enter a call, you guys. Enter the 422 call. I'm looking at the 419. Yeah, I'm a little early on this one. On the Google companies didn't do so well. Okay. We'll see if this price here acts appealing to the big money banks. This 419.5. Again, remember, they're fighting for their position of the week. It's at this level that they actually give up. The bulls give up their position on the week. So something's gonna happen here. I don't know what, but I know I want it to be involved. So I'm involved. Now I'm uninvolved. Buenos dias. So she is giving up this position for the week. It does look like it. I don't know. There's definitely going to be a fight here. So it's just best for us to be a little bit more patient and then wait. It's best to show up late once the decision has been made. So I'm going to go ahead and put a put right back in the chamber, 420 put. Also have a call ready as well. Some more news should be coming out in 5 minutes. Okay, great. Thanks, Anthony. Thank you for that. We will see how the market reacts to that news. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get back in that position that I wanted to be in. And this time I'm gonna give it some room. I'm gonna take that call. I've entered a call right now, a 422 call, out of the money, much cheaper. And it's going to allow me to give it some more room. It's going to allow me to give the elbow room that I want to give it. There was a lot. Let's think about the psychology behind why I got in a call right here. Let's go ahead and blow it up. And yes, this is a scalp, potentially. But for whatever reason, from the gap down, and as apparently as Anthony said, some companies didn't do so well, and the market reacted to that. As we explained yesterday, that the market is held up from the top 7 companies. Okay, so if one of those companies does not do well, then that will affect the SPY. Okay, as I'm talking to you guys, let me show you where I got in the trade at. This is where I entered the trade. Okay, and so now with all of this downward pressure, and especially with it being under VWAP all the way down, a lot of money was made. And in order for the bears to cash out, they have to sell. Buy. And if they're buying, that is going to push the market up. And so I wanted to be in on that profit taking. I wanted to be in on this controlled buying, because that's all it is controlled buying. There's no need to rush it. You can also establish an area of demand that it does appear. But as of now, the bulls and bears have agreed that price should not be any lower than this. And it was on that agreement that I went ahead and took the call. With my stop out area being here. Okay. Actually, now I'm going to go ahead and move my stop up. Okay. Went ahead and move my stop up. Now again, the question is, with this being a scalp, what level can this potentially go to? Also remember that the bulls are also fighting for the weekly candle, as the weekly candle right now is currently back green, but it is a huge oh. What a move. So, right back to this 420 put. I'm loving this action right now. Get us in, guys. Get us in. Get us in, guys. And we've just went ahead and entered a put. And our put is working. So we took the paper cut with the call, which is why we use the 422 call. But we jumped right into the money with the put with further continuation downward, possibly. Okay. So now for clarification, this is where I got in. And my stop would be if the price traded back above this demand area. One minute left on this 5-minute candle. And what we would like to see is we would like to see it close beneath this area. If this candle turns back green, I'm gonna go ahead and get out, because now we should have a further push down, and if we don't, it could be building up for liquidity for a push higher. So now is the time where the bears should really be pushing. And there's the push. There's the push. See it close below here. We're trading below there. We would like to see it close below there. Right down to 418.5. Now, how I'm going to manage this trade, I'm going to manage it candle by candle. So my stop has moved here, guys. This is now the area of my stop. This candle closing, changing colors, anything of the sort. It's exactly what you have right there. There's liquidity being built for the bulls. I know I can always get back in it, but if it's not doing exactly, what we wanted to do immediately, not in options. We really prefer the chart to immediately go in our direction, or it's just best to get out. We have a new level of grants. We just wait now, that's all. We do have a shooting star. I mean a green hammer here. And we do see that the bulls have definitely been using this lower price to build liquidity for potential push higher. We see it coming. See, I'm having a hard time getting filled. I wonder why that is. I don't like that. See that? That was wild. That was wild. That was wild. I need to check my platform. I do not appreciate what they just did to me. Still a lot of chop. The market has definitely moved down to the 419.6 area. And it's just been facing right here now, finally breaking out of it. Just something I put together. Anthony tried to go find a bunch of instrumentals, something that when we're just sitting here waiting, which is what we're doing now, waiting for an opportunity.
What is important to you?
Thinking the same thing too, Anthony. So I still like the 419 calls. Again, at this level, the Bulls have given up their position on the week. There is room down, 418.5. I just cannot find a way in it. If you look right here, I picked it out. Wow, crazy. What difference will it make? How did it take us, right? trade right here. This was it right here. You just have to be patient, guys. You will get a chance. Trading is waiting, waiting is trading. However, as we do look back, we do want to analyze the charts and we do want to see where there were possible trades at. And the reality is there was a safe trade right here as price broke beneath the low of this candle, because that meant that all of the bulls that bought up this lower prices, they were immediately underwater at this level. And you can always expect the same size flush as you do wash, and that is exactly what we got out of this candle. And then further continuation down to create our first demand level. Now we have the second. But this area was already established on the chart as the area of support on the daily. So very easily could have taken that from the 425, meaning the 420.50, to the 419.60. It's been a very safe trade. From here to there. That was the trade. Now, I was in this call as I knew that there would be some profit taking. So I was in that call. I didn't advise it to you guys, but I got in that call. And I knew it was going to be a scalp. But I couldn't quite determine what area it would come to. And I was at least thinking it was going to come to VWAP, as no matter what, your first profit taking is always going to be VWAP. as I was saying that, immediately this candle made me exit my position. Now we've come established base, the area of intraday demand, which is also in the same area of the weekly support. So this area, this price level of the 419.6 and the 419.2 is in the channel right now. But if we read what is happening currently at this price level, is 419.2, the bulls are finding this price very attractive. And every time the price gets here, the bulls buy it up. Bulls buy it up. Bulls buy it up. Bulls buy it up. The bulls buy it up. We have a little less than 3 minutes on this candle. Now, if this candle does close below these bottom wicks, now we'll put these bulls in a compromising position, and then we should really get that flush down to that 418.4 area, possibly. Or they can do as they've done for the past 5, 10, 15, 25 minutes, slowly building into a position. They will either have to defend or let go. Guys, pay attention. I just saw that my option chain is frozen, meaning my option chain is not moving. I repeat, my option chain I mean is, if you look here, guys, it's not moving at all. The option ladder, the price, the options are not moving. The 420 puts are not moving. Stuck at 169. The 420 calls are not moving. Is any of you guys experiencing that? Look at your option chain, guys. Let me know in the chat. Currently, I do not know what to do. My option chain is not moving. Possibly I need to restart it. I do apologize for that, guys, but I'm so glad that I noticed it before I took the trade. Could have been disastrous. I'm gonna have to log off, guys. Please enjoy the music. This is strange. Look how long it's taking to even cut off. Normally it's just... We might have to look into another platform to go live on, because I am noticing drag. See, there's... Wait to see if this candle closes above this area, but this is definitely the call that I would like to be a part of, because you now have trading above the high of the last red candle coming out of a support zone. So I would definitely be comfortable taking a call here using the bottom of this zone as your exit. As always, we suggest that you wait until this 5-minute candle closes for confirmation, so you don't get caught up in the wash, because you got to think everybody's thinking the same thing. Everyone is thinking the same thing. There has to be a bounce. There has to be a bounce. There has to be a bounce. No, there doesn't have to be a bounce. No, there doesn't. So yes, it's true. Something is definitely going to happen at this area, but we don't know what. So it's best to be last. Let's just be last. Alrighty, here we go. Somebody tell me what's happening. I still believe that call is looking good. I still believe that call is looking good. In that call right now, we definitely had trading above. I don't know what is going on, guys. I think I'm gonna have to log off and log back on because I think that me streaming is slowing me down right now. This is ridiculous. Let's get in here. Trading just at the top of the demand zone. Should be probably creating a supply zone right now. That huge drop created a demand zone, but had not yet created a supply zone. Okay, let's go ahead and see if that helped any. As we are back. Very good. I know what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to pull this up and trade off my laptop. I'm gonna have to go full speed. Let's pull that right up. And despite all of that, the option chain is still not moving. This is the 25th. The option chain is not moving. The option chain is not moving. I don't know what to tell you. You will see the bid and the ask move as it is doing up here on the actual stock. You see on the actual stock, the bid and the ask is moving. So just as that will be moving on the actual stock, the bid and the ask should be moving on the actual option chain itself. Let's look at another chain. Let's look at tomorrow. See if that's moving. It is not moving either. Maybe it is the platform. I just got a phone call from one of my dear brothers who is also a trader, and he called me up on the bat phone and said, I'm stuck, frozen. I said, me too, bro. Hop on with us here. I just restarted and everything in front of you guys. You saw how long it took me to get off. But if you guys have the ability to trade, all is still looking good. Yes, it gave you a little bit of fake out here, but that's what it does. Shakes the opposites out. But that call is still looking good. And now we're trading above the high of the most recent largest 5-minute candle. Meaning this one 5-minute candle has just undone 1, 2, 3, 4. Please expect this to continue to go up here to the 421.2 area if we get over this 425 area. We're above VWAP. Whether it stays above VWAP remains to be seen. Remember, the bulls are fighting for their position in the week because today they gave it up. The stock went red on the week. Has a huge wick at the top as bears beat down these prices. And now we do see the bulls attempting to size down, average down rather. They're buying these lower prices. However, the stock is red on the day. If it does reach this area right here where I have an alarm, it will go from red to green on the day, squeezing all of these bears. Right now, they're just using the bulls as liquidity. This area of overhead resistance are being respected. These used to be support, but now they're resistance. Yes, we can officially change the color. Change that too if we get to it. But there is a situation, guys, I'm unable to trade. It does appear that we're having a cup handle forming. Cup has already formed. We're just waiting for the handle. See that cup? Waiting for the handle. And then we should have further continuation. It does look like the option chain is moving now. But it does appear it is moving now. Let's take a look here. 9. As we see, it is moving now. Just as the bid and ask is moving on the actual price, the bid and ask is moving on the actual option chain itself now. can't see it here, look here on the line chart. You can potentially see the cup forming. Now we're getting into the handle. See if the handle forms, and then so we can have a potential breakout above this 420 area, 425 area. So I do have my 420 calls already. Put a bracket order around that. What I'm willing to give up in this position. Getting ready to buy call, taking the call right now, guys. Just got in. I will use the actual candle itself for stop out area. But this is still red for today. So at best, I do know that this is potentially going to be a scalp and not necessarily a reversal. So what we want to do is take some profits right as we get towards the end of this 5-minute candle. I don't know what's going to happen on the other side of this 5-minute candle, but I do want to put myself in a position to take some profits from it. It's got about almost 30 cents profit on that exit. Still have a couple of stragglers left. A couple of runners left here. But I wanted to go ahead and put some money in my pocket, pad in my pocket. Coming up on that close to the end of this 5-minute candle. So I am going to want to try to take some more profits here as we get close to the end of this 5-minute candle. While I know that we are in the process of upticking with it. So I definitely want to take advantage right now. We're going to lighten our load just a little bit more. As this could be an area of support being put in finally for today. So we want to acknowledge that. There was great profits that was made there. Very tranquil with that trading. So let's do acknowledge that this is now an area of supply. We do have an intraday area of supply now. So again, we knew going into that trade that it was going to be a scalp. We had no intentions on marrying that trade, as the stock overall is bearish for today. Again, unless the stock gets over the 421.94 area, it is still bearish for today. So any move up right now is just building liquidity for the bears. Let's keep that in mind. The bulls, however, have regained the weekly candle. It's red for the day, but it is green for the week. We always want to look at a larger time frame as well. Now we want to sit back and wait. The trade that I took here was trading the break of demand. But we came down, created a demand level, created a base. And as we spoke about, we saw that the bulls with these bottom wicks were building liquidity for a move higher. Okay? Initially there was a fake out here, but this was also a liquidity building move. And then so once we saw that this stock went from red to green, we got in right here as prices began to trade high above over the wick of this previous 5-minute candle, right through VWAP, all the way to this area. Actually took profits through this candle all the way up here, and then we got out as the stock of this very next candle started with red. So we took the majority of our profits in this candle and we killed our runners, took our runners off here. This is definitely an established area of supply. So that means we will be looking potentially at 421 puts. If the opportunity presents itself. Like what it's doing right now. Well, I think we're going to come right back down to this demand zone. As we do have a head and shoulders forming here, guys. As you can see the liquidity, the left shoulder, you do see the head, and now you see the right shoulder forming. Wish I would have been a little bit more patient with this one and waited for the break, because that's what we want. We want to see this thing break. We do have the head and shoulders. We want to see this thing get beneath VWAP. So we really want to see it close beneath VWAP. So let us be patient. If we get a close beneath VWAP, then we can expect another retest of demand. A very weak effort by the Bulls right now. But again, when we trade, we like the stock to immediately go in our favor or we get out. And let's look back up and look on a larger scale, see exactly what's going on here. We can see that she's right back here between that 421 and that 420 area, which is why we want to look potentially for a put if she gets beneath her previous traded lows, but back down to an area here and even possibly here. Or she could be building liquidity up or move to test that 421, which is also a magnet for this stock. But either way, momentarily right now, there are no clear patterns. I want to go ahead and protect my profits that I've made this morning on this beautiful call. But again, there was a put earlier that we did miss. We did take advantage of this call back up to this 425 area. Clearly a resistance, and this is the resistance on the daily. Again, as we stated, that was the cup, that was the handle, and now the stock is going off from there. Probably see it a little better. The line chart, the cup, the handle, the stock taking off from there. The pressure is now on the bears to double down or cover. The bears have to double down or cover. And the covering is buying, which would then push this right over this 421.94 area, and the stock would then be green on the day. It has regained its green for the week. We are saying that this daily resistance level of 421.2 is being respected. Price just fell back into the once was the supply zone and is attempting to turn this early supply zone to a demand zone. And it is doing just that. There's just so much overhead resistance here. So much. How bad do these bulls want it? How bad? The bears are rejecting these higher prices. There is a conversation going on in this area. The question is, will the bulls make their move now before lunch or after lunch? Now, a failed shooting star would mean further continuance upwards, but now price trading beneath it would be a great opportunity for a potential put. A 421 put could be on the horizon. Or the bulls are going to have to trap all of these bears that just stuffed their last action and turn this once green candle into a red shooting star. So now the bulls are battling back. It appears that the bears have given up their position in covering, which is why this candle is continuing to go up and not down after such a tremendous effort by the bears. Still, this line of resistance, daily resistance, is still being respected. This is some overhead resistance, and just as we saw these bottom wicks showing that the bulls were building liquidity, we can now see the exact opposite happening here at the top. The bears bears. There you go. That 421 call is what I would be taking now right now, guys. 421 put. Called it out when it happened. Called it out before it happened. We would use the top of this candle as our stop, and we're stopped out. Wow. 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 What a candle. The next best thing in a situation like this would simply be to wait until the 5-minute candle closes. We need to close beneath this area. So I can already hear Dr. Jody telling me, you should have waited until it closed. That would be correct. And as we stated before, why this is happening right here in this area, we can see, if we back it up, that this area is an area of discussion. And that's what's happening, a discussion. Now, if we get a clear break back above this 421, we can expect further continuance up. That would be a high probability. If not, then there's a probability of taking a put back down to this 425 area. That also is a high probability, depending upon what happens here at this 421 2 level. If we break it, we can expect to continue moving up. If it holds, we can expect a move downwards. You see in the past that at these two levels, when all price is done, it's coming right back to this comfort zone area, and it's trading at this comfort zone area, which is why there is no clear pattern which is why there is chop, which is why the daily candle looks like the same candles before, the 3 candles before. Oh my goodness, these daily candles have been crazy for the past couple days. Let's take a look at them real quick. Look over here, guys. Look at these daily candles. Look what's going on with the daily candles. A big red down, a doji, another doji. Right now it's a hammer. I mean, you see downward pressure from the bulls, from the bears. And you see the bulls fighting back. Downward pressure from the bears, the bulls fighting back. Downward pressure from the bears, the bulls fighting back. We still had a gap down, then a gap up, push down, close up with a gap down, push down. It's just really going crazy. And you can see what it looks like for the week down here, where the stock started green Monday, Tuesday, and then we come to Wednesday and she gives it all up in one day, comes down, touches this 418, uses that as a base to bounce off of, and is springing off of that right now, going back up towards the 421 area. This was a rough day for bulls. This was a rough day for bears. This is just a rough day, period. But again, we did call out the cup and handle, and it did go up from that, right up to the ceiling, bumped his head right on this 421 too. That is going to conclude my trading for today, guys. We had a couple of paper cuts, but we made some very good money on the call as it broke out of the man, breaking through VWAP. We capitalized on the profits in this 5-minute candle as it reached its highest point, and as the candle closed, we took off some of our runner. The very next candle, we exited the remainder of our runner. Wanted the stock then to start going whipsawing, grinding up nonetheless, putting in lower highs nonetheless. appropriately, intraday supply now lines up with daily resistance. Appropriately. A lot cleaner charts now. That beautiful 421 call. I mean, put beautiful 421. I want to see how it responds and reacts off of VWAP. As we know in the past, it has just been using the bears as liquidity. Yes, it's a nice drop. It's a nice profit-taking move from some earlier bulls down here that remain in it. But that's what this is some profit-taking. Less than 60 seconds left on this candle. We want to see where it closes. So you can expect an awesome put back to demand. Less than 30 seconds left. We still want to be careful. VWAP would always be the first profit-taking area. Coming out of supply, VWAP would always be the first profit-taking area. 421 put would be great if we can break this, and this would be a great spot. No, that's right. On a rough day. A little bit more confirmation. Need to close below this. Close below. Again, we see this exact same algorithm right here, where the bulls are using the bears to build liquidity. Exact same algorithm. same. We don't want to overtrade, Anthony. There's nothing that we can't recover from tomorrow. We don't want to go on tilt. We don't want to start revenge trading. That is one thing that we do have to our advantage, is that once you see the algos, you can't unsee them. What are you in right now, Anthony? Are you in a call or a put? Are you on the sidelines? We are still in between 421 2. Put. Are you in a 421 put? A little less than 60 seconds left on this 5-minute candle. A little less than 30 seconds left. What you want to do is probably want to look for a better opportunity to get out for a smaller loss, because currently she is trending. currently she is trending. We had a head and shoulders here, but she broke that. That's what put it in a squeeze up to this next resistance level. A lot more comfortable if we could break this trend. Other than that, I'd rather see you get out for a smaller loss. And then that way you could always get back in. Being patient. Again, this is an opportunity to reduce your size a little bit. Could very well break through it. We look on a bigger scale. We do have a left shoulder here. We do have a head here. We are building a right shoulder here. It wouldn't be comfortable if we got underneath this 420 area. We'll push back down. But again, this is just an area to get out for a smaller loss as it comes back closer, hopefully, to your entrance, which is what it's doing now. As you can see, coming right to that line that I drew. 1 minute left. It is coming back away, Anthony. It's coming back to give you an opportunity to get out for a smaller loss as the option chain price is now at 102. Okay, we still have some time left on this chart. And even though it is now going in your direction, the option price of 105, again, I would use this as an opportunity to have a smaller loss. The market is giving you an opportunity now to get out for a smaller loss. So take advantage. If you would like to re-enter for put, safe put would be underneath the 420 area, 420.2 area. But as you can see, that market was just giving you an opportunity to get out. So I do hope that you use that opportunity to reduce Dr. J, you are right, because there is tuition to be paid to the market. And as long as we learn from it, then it's money well spent. What we don't want to do is pay the market and not learn from it. Hence why this is a journey. But having the ability to see the trend that we're currently in, we're coming upon that 11:30 hour. I agree. Let's just go ahead. There's nothing we can't recover from. No reason to put ourselves on tilt. losses. Controlled, small, is key and paramount. Again, the market is giving you another opportunity. What did you do, Anthony? Are you still in it? Did you hold on? We're now at that borderline area where stance has been all day. So what did you do, Anthony? I got out at the end of the last count. Okay. Bravo for you for your patience, because that was all the way at supply. And so for you to hold that from supply all the way back down to VWAP and get out here, that was great. That was great. That was excellent risk management. Yes, it was ugly there for a minute, but way to control your emotions and take a smaller loss. Just a lot of chop right now. It's nothing clear, no clear patterns. Exactly, buddy. We will get them next time. I'm thinking about calling it a day here, guys. Let's chime in. Let me know what you guys think. But I think it's best for us just to call it a day here. Come back at 1 o'clock. See if there's any possibilities. Come back at 4 o'clock where I'll do an end of the day recap where the trades were and see what further we can learn from today. But this has really and truly been a bizarre day. My line is crooked, but it's still working. Not comfortable enough to take a call anymore because this overhead resistance at 421. Not comfortable enough to take a put because we're stuck in this zone that we've been in, as I showed you on a larger scale. 11:40, almost 12 o'clock. Big bank guys are going to lunch. There were two possible trades. Let's just do a quick wrap up this morning. First one was a put right here at this level, okay, and you could have took it to the predetermined support level on the daily. Second trade was the break out of demand, okay, in which I did take this trade as I saw it breaking. Got out here, this area, and then got out at the end of the 5-minute candle. Because we know that once that 5-minute candle starts going in a direction, you can't make money in that 5-minute candle. Within a 5-minute candle, you can't make money at its highest point and at its close before it goes into the next candle. I do understand, and I don't know what to tell you on that, because the market is, let me clear this up, and then let's back it up and look at it on a bigger frame. Well, this is what we're looking at on a bigger frame. looking at this daily chart. And this daily chart is red right now, Anthony. So to put a call on right now, I don't know, buddy. Because I would have thought the same thing yesterday, only to have this thing come up, come down, and then gap down. And then now today is currently red. It's not even currently green. It's currently red. Now above this 421.9 area, the stock would go from green to red. Then I can see taking a call there as we would push up towards higher levels. But the stock has already accomplished a lot with the gap down. It was a hard push from the bears. So you would expect the bulls to at least try to close the gap. They weren't able to do so. They got pushed down even further to a level of support here on the daily. You see that right here. That's where that line came from, that 419.6. It hit that area, went a little bit below it, came right back off of it, started coming up, but it has had a hard time. So we also want to look at the bigger time frame and don't want to go against the grain. Now, on the weekly candle down here at the bottom, this was a huge green candle. Monday and Tuesday, this stock had gained a lot. I mean, it had really got into the bears behind, almost halfway through this huge bearish candle that was set the previous week. But once it got there, the bears doubled down. And when the bears doubled down, they took this candle that was a once beautiful mid-sized green candle and turned it red for today, which is why we have this huge wick that was all created today. So with now that being the case, we see that the stock price is fighting for its weekly position, because right now on a larger time frame, the bears appear to be in control. They're taking command, attempting to take command of the week. They have taken command of the day of a surety from the gap down yesterday post-market that has been holding right now. It's not to say that as before that the bulls didn't see these lower prices as very attractive and buy. But as of right now, those bulls that bought here, those bulls that bought here, they are not in profit. Luckily, they're the big banks and they can afford to double down. They can afford to average down and spend more money, more millions, more billions. You and I can't. We have to wait and see what the big money is doing clearly and then jump on its back. And if we do go against the big money, we need to call out the fact that it is a scalp. So I would definitely love to see you take a call here, but honestly, I just don't know where you will put your stop is the most important question. Not where you would take your profits, but where would you put your stop? So far today, this has clearly been the line in the sand. We want to acknowledge what is going on. This is the line in the sand. So if you were thinking about taking a call, buddy, I would definitely put my stop where it has been. Let us know what you decided. Let us know what you did. And we will cheer you on. But for me, I just don't see a clear pattern to get in a call. I see a lot of liquidity. See that even as we were talking about the call, even as we were talking, building up an argument for your position just that fast, right down into the stop out area. And that's exactly why we are done for today. Right. All right, buddy. Well, we'll see you tomorrow, God willing. Same time, same channel, same stock. Thank you for joining us on some real change stock options trading journey. God bless you and be well. Have a good day also.